Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Old World Blues. We are the Eastern Reconstruction Authority of the Enclave. I am your president, Augustus Autumn. Hope you're all doing well today. We have just completed the take over the rest of the area around DC. We have Rivet City, which we could annex them really quickly by just giving them a bunch of loaded crap. We have Ronto, Widow Wreckers, and Hopeport, which is going to be, I think, a focus tree item. But let's get to that. Hope you're all doing well today. The Northern Frontier. Violent scavengers, mad robots, and more wannabe knights among many threats to upstarts of the Great North. This frontier is not media important, but they're still full of Americans that need light of civilization. Let's check our thing. Oh, we are full support of Wastelander support. Whatever, let's just give them more shit. I think we're all set up on this. Any other research items? Hell yeah. We're good there, good there. I think we're completed on this one. I don't need to research this crap. Perhaps... yeah, let's get the medical robots. I think they'd be more of a danger rather than help. Logistics, probably good to have. Let's get those siege engines going too. Remember somebody asked me about those and I was like, I don't know how to get those to work. Because I didn't have the DLC at the time. You needed no step back for that one. Also, down below is the links to all these mods. You should definitely try this East Coast Rising along with the regular Old World Blues. The amount of nations they've given focus tree items to is amazing on here. Just this little area. I give them full props for everything they do. Oh look, I'm halfway there to my full capacity of energy. What I need for the invasion east or west. Here, let's sell them more death claws to get them on our side. I don't want to use too much power because I want to keep this until I can get full capacity. And we are building more power plants, more infrastructure, more factories. Because right now we are renovating Pittsburgh. Like, really. Where is it? Fixing up the pit. 34 more days till that's over with. That's all set up. That's all set up. It is sad. I seem to have lost the that screen that had all the different upgrades you could do. It might come back later. Go north! The northern frontier from upstate New York all the way up to the good tip of Canada is a massive, mostly frozen wasteland of little value outside ruined cities. That being said, it is American land that needs to be reclaimed, of course. We must not forget about the ill-fated Ontario Enclave, who we last checked was desperately struggling to reclaim the ruins of Toronto from the mutated rebels. If we do not proceed with caution, that could become our fate as well. Whatever happened to the Ontario Enclave? Well, they failed because they were in an unwinnable situation. Unfortunately. All right, so let's speak their language. The traders of Dover have put up a fight. At least at the end of the day, they are businessmen. The war is bad for business. By working with them on integrating the American economy, we can ensure their cooperation. Oh, let's get doggies. I have plenty of... Logistics company. Are those boots? I think those are boots. Actually, I don't know. Those are barrels, I think. The Forges of Pittsburgh. The pre-war city of Pittsburgh was the huge industrial base of pre-war America. Even after the Great War, the suffering for centuries under the trog disease that plagued the region. The pit thrived in an industrial center that supplied ammunition to many wasteland nations. While the prevention of the cure of the trog disease is still a long time away, our engineers have done what most thought was impossible. They made Pittsburgh a place that someone would want to live. By renovating the small number of buildings, installing vault-grade air filters, and connecting these buildings with sealed tunnels, our engineers have created what could be called above-ground vault. Wastelander Americans are already flocking to this new settlement with the promise of steady employment, scavenging the remains of the city to fuel the war machine. They just need to be careful they don't stay outside for too long. Light the forges, we have a country to take back. So we get so minus 10 water, we get 3 arms facilities, which were good. And we get added victory points for pit outskirts. More population there. And then they could build shit faster. So we will put... No, that's Newcastle. Oh, they already have factories being built. But this will fill back up. There's been some really loud planes outside all morning. There we go. Wonder if you guys could hear that. Some really heavy noises outside. The Treaty of Dover. Dover trades that Bay fisheries put up more than a fight one would expect from fishermen and traders. Even now, with their leaders at a peace table, some of them fight on in vain. These former soldiers continue a terror campaign out of anger over lost friends, homes, and loved ones during the recent war. While it is sure that in times the most, those misguided fools will see the error of their ways or perish, there could be a way to help them see the benefits of Enclave rule. Funds to rebuild will help them around. There will be no concessions. Funds. We get... Yeah. I think we're fine on that one. Autumn Naval Base. The Dalewell coastline is littered with old backyards, or dockyards, and shipwrecks. We will strip what we can to construct the honest-to-God naval base. We get intermediate and sophisticated naval. So that's good. That means we'll actually be able to reach this part. When I was playing Buffalo Health Authority, they didn't have a good enough naval technology, so I couldn't actually reach any of these coastlines. I was trying to do air attacks, and it failed. Even on a little nation like Newton, I couldn't do any airborne attacks that would succeed. They would get wiped out. It sucked. And the thing is, I couldn't airborne robots, so I had to use substandard special forces, and they just got fucked every single time. Wasteland APC. Yes, logistics is key. In the Navy. Building our strength in decrepit bunkers in America's mainland for decades left us with little need for a Navy. Now we have a coastline to protect the beaches of storm. We need to finally develop a Navy and appoint people to run it. Yeah, that's the issue when you have a borderless window, is you sometimes overshoot and your mouse will go into the window next to it. I wonder if it would be better if I put my monitor... if I put my monitor to the right of the main monitor. I'd be less likely to do that shit. So do I have a... Yes, I do have a person in charge. Okay. We're going to go after these bastards first. Probably invade that, because then we can just go straight into there. And then we'll go north and hit these guys. If there is a... There is. Right across the river. Opening the Autumn Naval Base. Today, the ribbon was cut on the first dockyard of Autumn Naval Base, the first step in the massive undertaking of rebuilding America's Navy. While considered by men to be pointless in the age where most of our enemies barely put up more than rusted barges and steamboats to seize, it's an important step to preserving the safety of the coast. Among the attendees were the first graduates of the newly formed Enclave Naval Academy. Though they have yet to man more than basic training ships at sea, they will become instrumental in our naval endeavors well into the coming years. This is why I probably should have installed Cuba and Florida into this, because we could have hopped right over. Would have probably been fun. Manifest Destiny. With the immediate surroundings secured, we have a solid base of people to run a war machine that will finally unify America. Rev up the voter buds and stock up on microfusion cells. And that will be actually, I think, the last focus tree item. I'll go through some of the little other ones that I have access to, but I don't expect big things. There we go. And now I have that. That's all set up. That's all done. Oh yes, let's... Navarro's legacy. Contact with Navarro was cut off shortly after our relocation east. Even after restoring our communication, there was been nothing but static until now. Granted here. Is Eureka still around? No. If Autumn was truly this way, like in the game, like a little more reformist, I think him and Granite would have gotten along very well. When we did not receive a response from Navarro, we understandably came to the conclusion that the Brotherhood or NCR overran our western compatriots, leaving no survivors. Thankfully, we were wrong. We have received a transmission from the sons of Sergeant Granite, the former leader of the Enclave Control Company. Granite Jr. tells us that following the fall of Navarro, many Enclave soldiers went into the ground trying to hide from the NCR, who have only been grown in power since 2242. The late Granite Sr. led many survivors in a life of mercenaries and now reside in part of the settlement called Eureka. At least some survived. They don't exist. A Rolling Stone. Granite Company has been on the run with the NCR for some time. Without our help, they will eventually be found. So we can get them over here. It is $22.99. So most of those guys would be dead. Also, trying to fly across the United States in a helicopter or a plane would be... It does take quite a while. So to drive from here to here just on the highway, that's like 12, 13 hours. To fly, I think it was like 8 hours to fly. It depends on which direction you're going. Helicopter, that's like a 20-hour flight, I think. I've never actually done it myself. I've only gone from California to Yuma and back. And that was it. And that didn't take long. You have to refuel a lot, unfortunately. Oh, since we have all these resources, let's get more bombers going. And these. Oh, and these. Urgent message. We received an urgent message from Granite. Their cover has been blown. They are being pursued by NCR Ranger kill teams. They are requesting evacuation Raven Rock. What is that? You're breaking up? Oh, man. Rev up the vertibirds. It's a little messed up. Granite Company survivors. Here, we'll turn them into power armor infantry. That's that. Oh, I see what got fucked up. Never mind. Shit. They should be this guy. Dorks. Let me change his names. America. I can't speak or type today. America rising. Are they still? They're still airdrop capable. Would this make them not? Oh no, they're still airdrop capable with that. So their organization has just risen from that with that. And what about logistics? Keep that. They actually need the logistics really freaking badly. They have a 764 breakthrough right now. It's because of the power armor upgrades. Tales of the Bear. Granite Company has something nobody else on the side of the country has. First-hand experience fighting the NCR. That will prove useful when we return west. Well, they're not around anymore, so. But that's okay. So we could have Granite now, right? Or he's not. Oh. But we get Jack Shadow Churchill. Haven't had that guy in a while. He's got 5 defense, so I want to keep him as he is. President of who? That's if we have Redux installed. Sun, Surf. We need to have Fountain of Dreams installed. Sun, Surf, Space. Contact has been restored with Van Buren Air Force Base. Before we decide how to handle them, we'll need to assess their situation. After all, it's been some time since we last had contact. Is that a Volt Tech surfboard? Oh, something I haven't done, which I need to, is medical robots. Also, we could adjust these guys now. No, we can't. We'll have to wait till we have more experience. Ronto Rehabilitation Facility. I need just to go up there. Actually, I can now. So, reduce material waste. In fact, since they're doing that, well, let's wait till they're finished. How much do these guys have? 94 divisions. All right. Yeah, apparently. So with that, we will push up north. Oh, let's get through this. Trouble down south. After Control Station Enclave was destroyed in 2242, President Ian sent out a call to surviving Enclave personnel across the nation, urging them to come to East Raven Rock. The survivors of Navarro were not the only ones that heard the Eden's call. A small detachment down in Florida responded to the call. This group, out of an aerospace complex, requested additional support for the classified project, essentially the Enclave mission. They were dispatched decades ago to ensure the Enclave had a backup plan in case Curling 13 didn't succeed. That backup plan being to go somewhere untouched by mutation. Spice. President even vertebrated some vertebrates from Navarro, and shortly after communications went down, our recent reconnection with the Van Buren Enclave has shown us the group has not died out and continue working on their goal. They are inching closer to assure the President that they will make sure their efforts support our goals Earthside. Restored communication, orbital silos, and other strategic benefits should be seen in the coming years. Unfortunately, I can't touch any of that stuff because it's not installed. But that's okay. Alright, I think that is it for this stuff. Maybe sometime I'll go and do the President Eden's part, but we'll see. I will pause it here and then come back when I'm ready to invade Ronto. So, all right, something we're gonna try here. I think this might actually work, but let's see. So let them come in. Oh, they have aviation. Wow. That's interesting. Now, close the door on them. And that's how many divisions? All at once. And that knocked out 27,000 in less than a month. And with all those divisions gone, they only have 6 guarding that point instead of what they had before. And they are so fast and so breakthroughy that they wallop them. It is possible I could have done it before, but I wanted to try that tactic. It is a robot. Justify. Okay, with that we can actually do... Where is it? Ronto Rehabilitation. Oh, it has to be a core of mine. Okay. So, I'll come back when I'm ready for my next area. Thank you. I have something to report. I have found it. So, if you are having issues finding, like, your doctor and stuff, so there was actually more to this screen than before. Right here, land doctrines, naval, air. There we go. Perfect. Actually, it's now researchable for that one. No, that still costs money. Oh, no, okay. Never mind. And then we're going to definitely do that. So we have enough. And then I have this on this side, and you have naval for that, and air for that. So we're good there. That's good to see and hear. So, and also, we have Ronto focus tree items. So, big trouble in Little Ronto. The Ontario Enclave fell off our radar years ago for the defeat by the Canadian mutants. Thankfully, it appears they weren't total defeat. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that one. So we're gonna invade these guys. So the last one's up here until we annex Rivet City, which all we have to do is this. Do they accept that? No, that's not something they accept. They'll accept that? Nope. How about this? Oh, they'll accept that. 1,000. We have more than enough. Send. Limited scouting and flybys in Ontario have turned up the snow signs of the Ontario Enclave. What they have found in the region is controlled by various Wastelander groups undoubtedly had a hand in trouble our fellow Americans suffered 30-ish years ago. The memory of our compatriots must still be in their minds because pot shots have been fired on vertibirds and scouts. It's clear that if we are to find out what happened in the Ontario Enclave, we will need to establish a more substantial presence. We march on Ontario. Enter the Ontario Bunker. The home of the Ontario Enclave appears abandoned, but so did Raven Rock to the untrained eye. I don't think you're gonna find one in there. Oh, good. Begin. See how fast that is. Boom! Done. A cold tomb. We have received reports from back of the team we sent to the Ontario Command Bunker. As we expected, the bunker lost life support, was stripped of anything value long ago. Many bodies lay frozen in their bunks, and what few logs we could recover from the decaying database tells a slow death following their retreat from Toronto decades ago. According to the logs, the bunker was already nearing its last legs when they emerged following the destruction of the rig, but with resources they pulled away from their retreat, they were able to slow the decay. However, in the early 2270s, it became apparent they would have to depart from the bunker. After that, the logs became too corrupted. It is unclear if they made an attempt to retake in Toronto or just watched the bunker lose life support around them. What we were able to recover was the last log that tells of 38 survivors marching east. They may have survived. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe. Search for the lost. Many ventured from the Ontario bunker following their defeat. Bunker logs tell us that they went just need to follow the trail. We found them. Probably the dead bodies. Alrighty, that's all done. We are currently completing doctrine research. And we're going to start making naval research going soon. Wait for that to be good. They're getting up there quickly. We found them. Searching the route, the survivors of the Ontario Command bunker were taken and found little in the way of a trail of civilization. After the first 100 miles, Command had nearly given up the search. That they were found the first body. Over the next 80 miles, we found the remaining 37 other members of this doomed party. Some fell to gunfire, others found sign of being eaten by wild animals, and more than a few dozen froze to death or starved. Their bodies have been brought back along with those in the bunker where they will receive proper funerals. A sad day, at least we have closure. That's sad. Washington Insights. The pre-war occupation at Washington may have been corrupted by Canadian communists, but in the memory there was plenty of useful data in the occupation. The data should yield insight to their techniques for subduing an unruly populace and combating guerrilla warfare. Two problems we face when we liberate territory. Oh, we already got that many battery carriers? Holy shit. This is going to be great. Reap Canada's bounty. Canada has more than a snow and two-headed moose. Like much of the wasteland, the mountain of salvageable technology that bolster our war effort. Our comrades in Ontario are happy to share this wealth. Why do you use their terminology and jargon? Oh, did we... No, not quite yet. Yeah, I'll let that go for now. I'll get back to you when I start my invasion of the other side of the map. Alright, after much consternation and annoyance, I am unable to get a fleet into this part, unfortunately, because of there's a little frickin' river thing that you're not allowed to pass with navies. I guess they did that so people can't just be sneaky motherfuckers and bring ships in there. But for the first time ever, I was able to actually get a force to paradrop right into this area and hold their position, mainly because these Enclave got 250 defense and only 135 breakthrough at the moment because they're so negative at... Wait, why is that guy? He's only got 135. He's got his 518. So what the hell's going on here? Yeah, someone needs to fix themselves. Alright, they're holding that just fine. 248, 518. I don't see the damn difference. They're the same damn units. Maybe because they lost a bit from something. Who knows? But the point being... Oh, no! Well, that was an attempt. Shit. Back to the drawing board. So with joy that I find that what I was missing was a naval port. Even a minuscule one. So when I decided to just go against the Order of the Crescent Moon, I found my ability to hold my positions a lot easier because they actually had a port, and all I did was assign air assets to clear out their navy and their ports, which I have done. Their navy is about 35 ships. It was like triple that before. They have no aircraft. Their army is slowly diminishing. They've taken, just combined, they've taken about 54,000 casualties. I've already got occupation forces ready to hold off any other kind of assaults. I've got airports getting ready. I've got more dockyards set up so I can get more ships in for transports, because these little areas allow for trade, but not armies. Although I was able to still move the armies up. Like, it was just like I had to trick the system to let me do it. But yeah, they're attacking this point. I've got plenty of air cover. They got about like 1,200 blimps just continuously firing on these guys. They're using up all their manpower on me, and I'll soon have them. In fact, let's push out to... Stop it. Let's push out to this point. Let's see how that goes. And it worked. Screw you guys. Just keep pushing on them. And our ships do F them up, which is good. Alright, cease your attacks. You guys should be good. Keep sinking their vessels, so that's good. I think I ran them out of their ports. Yeah, they lost all their vessels. I think their last ports were taken. And this neuted character over here is trying to push across the river. They're losing men thanks to that. So, that's good. See if we can't bring guys over. Why we can't just get them over here. Let's see if this works. They might be moving. Maybe. Indeed, they are moving right now. That's good. And there you go. They're now on board with everything there. I have lost only 2,000 men. Most of it was from Newton, or a good majority of it. They've lost almost 100,000 men. These guys have suffered for their insolence, finally. I have a airfield now that could properly support everyone. I'm going to actually increase my airfields. Thus allowing for better support. Like, my bombers will actually be able to destroy things rather than have a 2% chance of hurting anything. And yeah, a lot of them they're just attritioning away while my guys are fully supplied because we have this river well suited now. Kind of want to get things more settled before I attempt an assault on Newton or the rest of these guys. Once that's done, we'll figure out who to go after next. I don't really like the idea of a river assault on Mexico, so I might just go north and take Kingdom Manitoba first. And then go south. So we'll see. Alright, I'll let you know in a bit. So, little update is I was able to take out the rest of Kansas. So that's all in our thing. Unfortunately, I am not able to core any of these areas because the rules for purifying water distribution center is it has to neighbor a cored zone. And there's nothing here that I can possibly core from outside there because I don't have the filler on. So going forward, it's just going to be occupied, but not cored. Which does me a bit of disservice because now I'm not able to deploy things to those areas because they're not technically ours. So that's unfortunate. We'll deal with that. I was able to actually get guys over here by just giving them a defense order and they'll travel this far. So now I have the choice of going north or go south. When you look at the two enemies, he's got 1,100 divisions. He's got 1,300 divisions. Mostly those will be tank, infantry, special forces. Surprised he doesn't have too many robot divisions for being... He does. I'm pretty sure if I go against him, I'm going against him. So that's going to be... So when you look at it, 1,300 plus another 1,600 possible divisions. Yeah, that'll suck. But whatever. Yeah, so we'll get into that. I'm not sure what these are up here. I think these have something to do with the fact that all my guys are sitting in an area that they don't get a direct supply from. Which kind of sucks, but we've got all our aviation already set up over here. We'll set up more so we can cover more area. I think I'm going to go south because that's part of the U.S. I want to take back. So then we'll deal with these little areas here. They're all aligned with each other. Daughters of Hecate. So I'll let you know when we get back to it. All right. So now are set. We think we have enough to hold out for quite a bit. So I'm going to grind them down. We are going to begin our strike of Mexico. Their only avenue I have covered with robots covering each shoreline. I have enough fighter aircraft in this area to air superiority is 4,500 planes, 3,650 ground support, strategic bombing, which I don't need yet, and then port strikes. Who's got port strikes? Turn that off. We don't need that. Oh, do that. Yeah, do that one. Okay. So, let us begin. Oh, no. I thought we had a little bit more, cover on that. Shit. Well, we're going to take care of that in just a second. Well, that's a little worrisome. All right, they'll just cover whoever doesn't. Okay, a little better there, a little better there. All right, so that area gets the most pounding right now because they are not really covered that much. Over here, we got to take it care of. Yeah, we're doing a lot of ground damage to them. They've lost 34 planes to our 1 just in that few seconds, but we've got it way outnumbered. So we're at war with Republic of Mexico and United States of Mexico. Republic of Mexico is separated, but they're the same people, so. We'll figure this out once we get our guys in there. Shit. I thought we had this covered. Well, that's unfortunate. So what we'll do is set up about 1,000 of these guys. Close air support. Set up 1,000 of those guys. Actually, they'll start doing that now, and they'll start covering this now. See how... Hold the river! Alright, they got that covered now. So we're doing a lot more damage. So how bad is it? 415 to their 4,000 lost. Now let's check our naval. Should be good. This one, we're not allowed to go through, so they have to go around just to get at me. So I'm thinking right there, give them that. So we're gonna test out the naval mechanics a little bit more, so that I know that they actually are working again. But damn, these guys are not having fun here. Did I screw up somewhere? No, they're fully... Oh, never mind. I see where I fucked up. And they're covered supply-wise. Even if they take that little spot, they should be able to cover these two. It is getting a little better there for us. Oh, they they compensated. Don't worry. I'll just add a few more 1,000 aircraft to the mix. Be no problem at all. Another 1,000 aircraft. They took it. Naval combat. Upper Ohio River. Really? Shit. Okay, so they're able to get over there. Something I'm going to do, actually, is set up some casts. I think they're trying to retreat. I have way more light guns than them. So how was that? Oh, same thing. Okay, so they got a little damage, but we seem to be fine. I don't like the fact that they were able to push into there like that. How's the war so far? 27,000 lost to our 1,000. Do these guys have an issue? No, they shouldn't have an issue with that. About this, getting some anti-tank, because I know they're using tank units, so we probably should set up with them some AT units. They're able to push only into that one spot of ours. That is it. I wonder if our convoy has guns or not. Okay, I do want to add... Come on. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. That one. Add to those so we could put more on the river. So we lost 15. They lost one of their... Oh, it's a convoy. What? Sunk by convoy. Oh, that's good. We lost birds to those assholes. you maybe just go there and be there? I don't know exactly how to get these guys to actually... Trying to get my supplies right now, motherfuckers. All right, how's this doing? I think it's doing great. Let me check the intel roster for their aviation. They have about 1,000 manpower, 500 planes left. They had several thousand before. They still have 27,000 manpower. Total planes 12,000. Look, about 1,000 planes left for these guys. Where's my bombers? Want you guys to start knocking on these guys' doors. They'll start taking attrition for even attacking me on this side. Where is this at? Oh, right here. They lost 2 planes. Good. Or two ships. They lost a ship there. It's going a little better for us. I don't know how to... Damn it. I don't know how to deselect. This one. Lost that. Lost some planes. Lost more planes. Shit. They keep trying at me over here. They lost some ships. They're losing more ships than me, so I could lose convoy ships. They can't lose their ships. Holy shit, I took it back really freaking fast. See, look, they're taking attrition now because they're losing access to their areas. If I do a strike straight through there, I could encircle every one of these Mexican units. $95,000 lost on their side. Damn right. Took 2 of their boats. I'm thinking if I push forward, I could probably knock them out. Let's look at their intel so far. They're just down to 52,000 manpower reserves, 555,000 men, 1,008 ships. Damn. 1,000 aircraft. Maybe 14,000 aircraft. They keep trying. I'm losing some convoys. We're up to 147,000. Okay. Let's do this. See if this will work. What do you know? It worked. All right. Very good. Where are these guys assigned to? All across there. You guys, we don't even need you guys anymore. Just go attach yourselves to these guys. No more, no more, no more. All right. See if we can... We'll look at the casualty figures after. We're going to see if we can cut them off. And then all we're going to do is push. Go, 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 and go. And go. Did we do it? We did it. Very good. So now, everyone stop. You guys cease your fighting. You guys should stop being there, too. Thomas Wade wounded. North Atlantic. They keep trying me. They lost a few ships over there. All right, we're going to need to reorganize. We got a sort of a All right. You guys will set up here. You'll be very aggressive, and you will push that way. You'll do immediately. You guys will continue to be on this end. You guys will cover this side with them. And you guys will cover this side. The automated defenses should cover a lot of this area. In terms of aviation, move them here. Actually, move them there. These guys will move over here. There. Start bombing that part. Cover this side. Cover this side. Cover that. And cover that. I think that should cover that. Let's look at those casualty figures. 342,000 on their side to our 9,000. Still 9,000 too much, and we're actually running out of energy at the moment. Well, darn. We'll fix that. How we'll fix that? Well, ain't that a tricky question. We have 3.6 years. And we have a crap ton of energy reserves. There you go. You guys should be able to cover that. As you guys are holding that section. Anything fun going on over here? Well, let's get you some more people then to cover that area. A naval invasion? Really? Enemy has air superiority. Yeah, you call that air superiority. Okay. Alright. Clamp that down. This is really chaotic. Done there. Done there. Yeah, just let's do it like this. Just so we don't get turned around. I think that'll work. And as we complete certain areas, we could disengage these. And because they're not your friends, they're not going to let you escape through their territory. And boom. I know that feeling. Oh, there's no... Okay. So we got that covered. That's completed. What are these guys doing? Oh, they're just holding that. Here, we're gonna do this so we don't get messed up. All right, they're pushing to that. We got 628,000 casualties on their side. They have 1,000 units left still. They have only 92 manpower, but they're just scraping whatever barrels they've got. We probably need to evaluate our territorial gain. At least we surrounded these guys. All right. There we go. Cease your assaults.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse.
It's not Christmas yet. All right, you guys have done wonderful job. Only downside is you let yourselves get fucking surrounded, you dumbasses. Cease any assaults. We are not assaulting. Well, besides taking the territory that we got. What's going on over here? They're still attacking my boats. How about these guys? 1,000 aircraft left. Three. 220 boats. 34 boats. They'll run a boat eventually. We'll stabilize our lines, and we'll... Bam. Alright, we've got that covered now. So everyone who was here needs to go over here. Everyone was here. Go to here. Well, no shit. Something we should do is get these guys to cover that and that. They'll eventually run out of boats to attack with. Salients have only one purpose: to be cut off. And what do you know? You are cut off. At Maxon's Bunker Ruins. Well, Colorado's nearly in our... Well, yeah, Colorado's in our possession. New Mexico will be next. Yeah, good luck. Would you look at that? 729,000 losses for them. I think I'm gonna move these guys over here. They're on the way over. Let's see if any of them get killed on the way. Shit. We lose a lot of gunboats just for taking out their light boats. It's really annoying. And reconstruction, as usual. Only helps us. Also, we get the resources there, which I'm back good on supply, battery storage. A little worried there for a second. We were actually running out. You need to clear this, like, clear them out of there so they get better supply. There we go. Hey, they're here. Very good. They're running out of supply really quickly. And all those units going bye-bye. No capitulation possible, because the game doesn't allow mechanics for that. 817,000. Damn. So let's look at the army total so far. So 6,000 men, 90 boats, 6 planes, about 90,000 men, mostly robots and special forces. They have about 500,000 available to them. These guys have 0. There are 251,000 men in field, 780 units still. 1,003 boats still. Holy shit. Dropping, dwindling, but still. A lot of boats. So I'm thinking their main docks are over here, so I don't see any way of knocking out their boats from their ports. I could knock out... once I get over here, I knock him out of the game. Keep adding to them until they actually have someone who can troll. Oh, there we go. Now we have one. Oh, we took all the area that they were building networks in, so it doesn't matter anymore. They keep just throwing themselves at my lines. The amount of robots probably throwing them at me right now, yeah, there's a crap ton of them. Here, let's see what happens when I push the lines. I just lost 100 men. But we have pushed them, holy hell, a lot. Cease. Look at all those units there. Crush them. Oh, they're outside the line now. But they don't have any planes anyway, so it doesn't matter. So. Alright. Give this a pause. Alright, this is when we push them all the way through. So, let's go. They have so many men they could call upon. They do not. But they do. But they usually do robots, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, we lost one unit. $1.49 million lost on their side. Taking most of New Mexico. We lost another division. There are 1.65 million lost. They're half of what they used to be. They're even lower. Hardly any planes. They still did crazy amount of boats. Doesn't really matter. There we go. No. I hate that song. Alright, so we have succeeded in our primary goal. Ouroboros, trying to take advantage of shit, doesn't get anything. You get nothing. Oh my god, there's so much here. And unfortunately, there's really nothing I get to do in terms of focus tree items, because this is mostly East Coast. This is not ERX. So they made an amazing system here. And mod. It's awesome. So yeah, I want to give my quick review of this faction and mod. They did great of instilling all the Fallout 3 aspects, as well as allowing you to expand out. And thankfully I was able to find a way to push here to here despite the naval disadvantages. So I had a great time with this. I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching this last episode of Raven Rock Enclave, or now is better known as Eastern Reconstruction Authority. Too bad I can't, what do you call it? Oh, I didn't do this one, so let me do this one real quick. The ruins of Ronto contain a wealth of valuable salvage to support reclamation of America. Unfortunately, the ruins are dangerous and the winters are harsh. Our engineers have drawn up plans to turn up the entire city into an internment facility for the worst subversives that refuse to accept the return of America. They are certain that the right adjustments, Washington can supervise the facility with minimal human staffing instead of relying on robotic security and automated defenses. Those initiated at the facility will be hesitant at first to comply, but a few days of hunger will have them filling our scavenging quotas to receive their rations. Perhaps if they collect enough salvage, they'll even be allowed to reintegrate in society. There you go. None of that. There's really nothing else. I have Hoover Dam now. But yeah, this was great. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Please comment. Hope you have a wonderful rest of December. This will be out in December probably. And I'll see you guys next time. As always, ta-ta.